Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me using almost my entire face of Chanel Beauty products, and the reason why I'm doing this video is because first of all I use a lot of Chanel Beauty products in my day-to-day life, and then also second of all I did do a Chanel spring collection video which was my last video, and I tested out a lot of products that were in there, but also I used a blush illuminator, but I used it on top of a blush, and I know that a lot of you guys wanted to see what it looked like on its own without any products underneath, so I'm going to be using that product in this video just so you can see what it looks like. So if you do want to purchase it, you can see how pigmented it is, if it's more of a highlighter than a blush, and just so you can see what it looks like. So if you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to hit the bell icon just so you're notified every time I load a new video. So if you are very interested in Chanel Beauty, I do have a playlist on my channel which I'll link down below, also in this video for you so you can check it out. But I do so many videos on Chanel Beauty because I like to see if things are actually worth the money, because Chanel Beauty is a luxury product. It is quite up there in price, and some of the times it's not worth the money, but other times they're definitely worth the money and they've become go-tos of mine. So some of these products I will let you know if they are go-tos, and I'm basically just going to town today, so I'm not going to do a crazy look, but I really just wanted to use a lot of Chanel Beauty just so you can see what it looks like and then also see some of my favourite products. I have also done a best and worst of Chanel Beauty video which I'll link down below or somewhere in this video for you so you can check it out, so you can see which things I recommend and things I don't recommend. So anyway, if you want to see me get ready for the day, then just keep watching. I've zoomed in a little bit more so you can see what all the products look like on the skin. So I don't have any primers from Chanel that I use because I use the e.l.f. putty primer because I just use a pore filling one. I have very dry skin at the moment, so I've been using a facial oil that is sort of acting as a bit of a barrier to make sure that all the products that I use don't dry out my skin because they are extremely dry at the moment. So the first products that I'm going to use, I'm just going to do foundation, but these two I mix together, and these are holy grails of mine. I absolutely love them. So I have the Beige Healthy Glow foundation, and this one's in the shade BD31. Then I mix it with a pump of the Beige Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluid in the shade Pearly Glow. I also have a backup of this because I love it so much. This is half full, and I've had this for over a year and I use it almost every single day, and it's not going to be finishing anytime soon. I do also have the darker one for when it is summer and I want to have a little bit more of a deeper glow, but these two together are absolutely beautiful. This is the perfect shade for me because the problem with Chanel is that they tend to have a lot of beige colours, but they don't have any BDs or BRs. And there are certain foundations I love, so I really like using the Illuminating Aqua, but they don't do any yellow shades, so I do have to mix it with a foundation mixer. So it's not too bad, but it's just a little bit annoying that I can't go into the store and get the foundation I want that's in my shade. So I do mix them together. I've got 2 pumps of the foundation, and then I have 1 pump of the highlighting fluid, and this just shears it out a little bit more, but then also gives you a really nice glow. I've been using this ever since I had oily skin as well, and it just looks so nice on the skin. It doesn't look oily, just gives a really nice glow. So as you can see, my skin looks absolutely beautiful. It looks so glowy, but it also has a light coverage to it as well. It just looks so nice, and I just love the way that it looks, which is why I always mix in the illuminator with most of my foundations. It just gives a really beautiful look. So next is concealer, and I always do colour corrector before I do concealer, and that's just because I have very dark under eyes. As you can see, I tend to have bags. I go between the rose corrector and the peach one, but today I don't think my under eye bags are as bad, so I'm going to use the rose version, and this one is the Le Correcteur de Chanel in the shade Rose. This is a holy grail. I've also purchased a second one of these because I'm almost finished. As you can see, there is not much left of this corrector. I just love it. It's the perfect shade. It has such nice coverage. It's like a medium coverage, and it just looks really nice. I did one eye so you can see the difference. So this is the before and this is the after. I didn't use a lot of product, and you can see that there is a massive difference between the two. That's why I love this corrector, because it's a very nice consistency, but it's not too thick, it's not too thin. The coverage is pretty nice as well. So yes, I love this, and it is one of my favourite products I've ever used. And I'm using a non-Chanel concealer because personally I don't like the Chanel concealers that I've tried. I've only actually tried one. I have purchased the new one, so we'll see if that's any different. So I use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I've used this for years and it is so good. I've used so many of these up, and this one is almost done, but I do have a backup of this. So I know that if you watch my tutorials, you'll probably be sick of me using exactly the same concealer, but I have actually purchased, I think, 2 different concealers. So I will be doing a video very, very soon where I'm testing out some new makeup, so hopefully I can try out some new concealers and they actually work out really well. I've just set my under eyes and a little bit of my face on my chin and then also the sides of my nose using my COTY Airspun powder. I do have the Chanel loose powder. I haven't tried it yet, so I might try it out in a video if you want to see me test out some new Chanel beauty products that I haven't tried out before. So I've heard it's amazing, but I don't know. We'll see if it can compete with the COTY Airspun. So I'm now going to bronze, and I'm just using a cream bronzer, which is the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. This one's in a shade medium. This one is the perfect shade for me. I do have all three of them. I use the light one for when I don't have a self-tan, so when I'm natural and it doesn't look orange on me. This one I use when I have a self-tan. And then I have the dark one, and I've only used that a couple of times, and that's because they hadn't actually released a medium one. So I ended up buying the dark one because it was part of like a Beige collection, and it actually looks really nice to me if you use a light hand, but I need to have a very deep self-tan for that to actually work. And the reason why I'm actually using the cream bronzer before I use the blush is because the blush is powder, this one's cream, and I don't like using cream or liquid products on top of powder because I feel like they can look a little bit cakey sometimes. And now it's time for blush, which is probably the thing that most of you are excited about and excited to see. And this is the Fantasie de Chanel. This is absolutely stunning. I have used this a couple of times since I did my review video, and I do like it. It's not a product that I go to every single day. It's not one of my favourite Holy Grail products. I think for me, I just prefer a blush that has a bit more pigment, and then also for a highlighter I tend to go for champagne shades, but this is absolutely stunning. So if you want to see what it looks like on top of the stick blush, then just watch that video. But this is absolutely beautiful. This is my blush brush that I always use. It's just a duo fibre brush. It works with every single blush that I have and that I use. I use this daily, and it is actually clean, but it has just been stained by all of the blushes that I've been using over the years. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. It is one of those products where it doesn't look like it picks up much product, but it actually does, so you literally can't see anything on there. There's a little bit of fallout as well, so you can see that there is a little bit of pigment on there. It's more like a baby pink. It's a very, very sheer as well, so you can build it up, but I did use quite a lot of the product, and this is what I have. I do prefer the way that it looks as a highlighter instead of a blush, just because I don't feel like this isn't really a shade that I would go for. I usually go for sort of peachy colours, and it is nice with the highlighter that you get in it. The illumination is really, really nice, so I do like that. But I do prefer it as a highlighter to a blush. So you can see that I did use a lot of products, and this is what it looks like. So this is none of the blush, and then this is blush, and it is really, really beautiful. But personally for me, I don't think it's worth the money. If you do like very sheer blushes, then you probably will really like this, but I'm someone that likes pigmentation in my blush. I use the Rare Beauty liquid blushes a lot of the time. They are pretty much my holy grail. And then for powder blushes, I will use the Wet n Wild ones, which have so much pigment. But recently I have really been using and liking the Balm Essential, the one that I tried out in the spring collection. That is absolutely beautiful. I use that as blush so much, and I'm just obsessed with it. But this, I don't feel like it has as much pigment as the Balm Essential, but it is very nice. It's just not something that I go for all the time. So I hope that this has helped you out to see the pigmentation and the shade and things like that. But yeah, this is what it looks like. I've added some blush to the other cheek and then also the bridge of my nose, and it looks really nice. I don't feel like I need a highlighter because this has so much illumination in it. So it is what I like about it, the fact that you can use it as a highlighter. It looks very, very nice as a highlighter, and I actually prefer it as a highlighter, but it looks nice, it looks subtle. So now I'm going to go onto the eyes, and this is my favourite Chanel palette that I have ever purchased, and I've actually bought a backup of this one because I use it all the time, and it's also broken. And you probably know what it is if you've seen my Best of Chanel Beauty video. And this is the Beige palette in the shade Warm, and this I absolutely love, but it is broken because I accidentally dropped it on the floor. So yes, it's not the best. But then also you can see that I've hit pan on one of the shades, and all the shades I've used a lot. The one that I use the least is probably the one at the top, just because I don't really use a base. And then also the brown I don't really use a lot of the time, just because I like to use it if I want to deepen up the look, but if I want just a quick go-to look, I just use these three. So I did pick up another palette because I knew for a fact that this was going to be used very, very quickly. I'm going to start off by taking this pink shade, which I've hit pan on. This is like a sort of mid-tone pink. It's sort of salmon as well. It's so beautiful. This is why I use this palette all the time, because it's just such a beautiful colour story. And you can see that I have not gone that hard in the palette, and this is how much pigment you get. You also get a lot more product compared to the quads as well, and they're about the same price. So yes, pigmentation is better than the quads, more product than the quads, and they just look really good. Then I'm going to take this light shimmery shade, and I'm just going to use the sponge applicator that comes in it. I think that this is the best way to use this because it just gets so much more pigment and it just looks so good. Then I'm flipping the sponge over and I'm taking this lighter shade here. It's a beautiful sort of white rose gold shimmer. It's stunning. So I'm going to put this on the inner corner, then I'm also going to put it on the centre of the lid. Then I'm taking the brown shade and I'm taking it with the brush that you get in it, and I'm just going to put this on the outer third and then also a little bit in the crease just to deepen it up a little bit, but then not make it super dark. And today I've decided that I'm not going to use my usual eyeliner that I use on the weekends. I always have the Eros eyeliner and it's so beautiful. It's like a gorgeous purple shade on me, but then on the website it looks more burgundy, so I don't know why it looks more purple on me. But today I'm going to use the Brun Agape 943, and this is the Stylo Yeux waterproof. These are incredible. They stay on all day. They just look incredible. They go on the waterline, they go on the upper lid, the lower lid, and I've never had an issue with my eyes feeling sensitive. I do have sensitive eyes. These don't run, they don't budge, and they don't irritate my eyes, so they are absolutely incredible. They are quite expensive because they are Chanel, but they're literally some of the best eyeliners that I've ever found in my life. And then for mascara, I have just used up my Chanel one. So I'm using the Lancôme Monsieur Big Mascara. I did do a full review on this, which I'll link down below or somewhere in this video so you can check it out. But this mascara is one of my favourites. I don't use this on the lower lashes because it smudges. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But on the upper lashes, my lashes look literally incredible. My lashes are all done and they look so massive. I love this mascara. So now I'm going to go into the brows, but I'm going to do these off camera because my brows take me a very long time. So I'm using two products that I've revisited that I used to use, and I prefer them to the brow products I've been using for the last year. So these ones have beat the e.l.f. ones. So I have the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Ash Brown, and then the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. Brows are all done and I feel like they look pretty good, to be honest. This is the best that my brows have looked in such a long time because these products are honestly so good and so precise and so pigmented as well. So the final thing to do are lips, and this is my favourite lip combination from Chanel, and it just makes my lips look so good and so juicy. So I'm going to do like a pinky nude lip today. So I'm using the Chanel Longwear lip pencil in the shade Nude Brun, and I am obsessed with this. I use this with loads of different lip combinations. I use it if I just want a lip oil as well. It's amazing and it stays on all day and it's super, super creamy. And for lipstick, I'm using my favourite Rouge Coco Bloom in the shade 110 Chance. This is an incredible pinky nude. It just makes your lips look juicy, look plump, and it doesn't tingle, so it doesn't have those plumping abilities, but it just makes your lips look perfect. And this one's actually the lightest shade in the collection. I have purchased another one as well, which is more nude than pinky nude, and I can't wait for that to arrive. And that is a makeup look complete, and this is what it looks like, and I feel like it looks so beautiful. I love the lip combination. It is just the perfect nudie pink, and I just absolutely love it. The lipstick, you just do one swipe and it's so pigmented, and I really enjoyed sitting down filming this video for you because I haven't done a get ready with me or a makeup tutorial in such a long time. Also, this is the first time that I've actually done a makeup tutorial using the majority of the products being Chanel, so I hope that it helps you out with seeing what Chanel products are worth the money, what they look like on the skin, and then also specifically the spring collection, so you can see what the blush actually looks like on its own, whether you think it's worth the money or not, if you'd use it as a blush, a highlighter, if it's too sheer, or basically just what it looks like. So I hope that it helped you out with deciding if you wanted to pick it up, or any of these products if you wanted to pick them up as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you want me to try out any new products from Chanel or any other ones, or any products at all, then just comment down below to let me know. If you do want to see the rest of my Chanel playlist, I will link it down below or somewhere in this video for you so you can check it out. And make sure that you give this video a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!